Alright, now we're in the Megaman 7 Let's Play. Yeah, I had to say it that way. Oh well. Yeah, so finally, I'm in. After months of delaying this LP, you know, finally gonna get to work on Megaman 7. But before we get into further details, we have our sub-boss for this level. It is big, but it goes down easily, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, so Mega Man 7, I'm really excited to play this game. You have no idea. Like I said, I would play anything rather than Mega Man 1 because that game has no power-ups. You have no energy tanks. You know how I feel about that. So yeah. And Mega Man 7, you know, I do like the graphics. You know, nice 16-bit graphics. You know, you have the slide, the charge shot, all these cool things that you know, in the later Mega Man games you get. And yeah, sub-boss gets defeated easily. Lovely. You could tell that, you know, as you could tell, I'm sliding so many times because, you know, I missed the slide so much. And we're introduced to a new character in this game, Bass. And right here, all he does is just shoot, which you could avoid easily. And his companion, Treble. So apparently the story of Mega Man 7, Wily got out of jail, we have to go get him. It's basically self-explanatory, and we'll get into more into that further along the LP. Alright, and our first robot master we pick is Burstman. Some people like to go after Freezeman first, just for the sake of backtracking, because yes, in this LP we actually do collect some nice nifty upgrades along the way to make your gameplay experience a little bit better, and I'll explain more on those as we progress along. And Burstman stage is pretty simple. You got these platforms that explode, and you get a free energy tank right there. So yeah. In Freezeman, you'll also get an energy tank too, like before you face the boss. So those two are the safest, not the safest, but they're the best robot masters to go after first, because you know you get a free Gimme E tank. You know, just in case, you know, if you're doing just Buster only run. Anyways, yeah, the level layout, I love it. I mean, it looks great, nice 16-bit graphics, more colors. I mean, it's just interesting. The reason I've gotten used to playing Mega Man 7, I'm used to the graphics and all that, you know, because, you know, prior to this we were doing Mega Man 1 in 8-bit graphics and no upgrades, because during the time, I mean, I was recording Mega Man X3, and that Let's Play is already complete, and let's just say the run was amazing, and I'll get more into that in that video. But first we have our mini boss. Real simple to take down. Actually, it's easier if you just spam shooting it with the pellet shots. You really don't have to go use a charge shot for this boss. It takes longer, and it's not worth it, to be perfectly honest. And just spam, and that's it. He's pretty much all dead. Yeah, it's easier to take out these bosses just by spamming the shot, but I'm going off a tangent here. And now the water is rising. Alright, try to avoid getting hit by those annoying enemies. Because again, you know, I hate contact damage in any Mega Man game because it takes more than projectiles. And basically, now we have, you know, a rising water section. And yes, this level can get a little bit tedious at times because, you know, you have spikes on the floor, and you also have spikes on the ceiling in later sections. So, you know, you have to be very patient here. Oh well. And let's use Rush Coil because I don't have the patience to wait. And we got the reappearing, disappearing blocks. Lovely. Like seriously, like if anybody can name me one Mega Man game that does not have the reappearing, disappearing blocks, I would like to know that. I'm talking about classic series, so the X series doesn't count. Alright, oh, that wasn't so bad. And right here, I would say that's real cheap enemy placement, because you can easily get blindsided by, if not one, both of those enemies. Oh well. And we're pretty much coming into the home stretch of this level. And there is an R plate right there. That's what I'm talking about, where we get nifty upgrades. Those are Rush adapter plates. there's a total of 4 in the first 4 stages. If you collect all 4, you get access to the super adapter. Like if you've been playing Mega Man 6, it's basically a combination of both the super arm upgrade you got from that one and the jetpack upgrade. So that's one of 4 pieces. And I'll talk more about the super adapter once we obtain it. But for right now, we got this rising water section with spikes. Gotta love spikes! It's not as cryptic as other Mega Man games, I'll say that. And we're already approaching the boss, as soon as we get rid of this enemy here. Yeah, nice security Burstman. Have that little enemy, guarding you. Alright, let's take care of Burstman. I actually find it more easier to take him out with the Mega Buster rather than its weakness, which is the Freeze Cracker. And here's why. Well, first of all, if you get caught in its Danger Wrap attack, that's what it's called, while you're in Freeze Cracker mode, you can pretty much deplete your ammo trying to break free before you hit the spike ceiling, which is a cheap death, by the way. You get caught up, but if you're fighting him with Buster only, if you get caught, you can spam the pellet shots and rescue yourself before death. Also, just like the mini boss, I think it's safe just to spam the pellet shots at Burstman. Try to get a Mega Buster shot here and there if you can, but it's kind of hard to time it because of his Danger Wrap attack. It's kind of hard to predict his patterns, which makes him very unpredictable. And he's already dead. Huzzah! Yeah, normally that Robot Master gives me a hard time here or there, but took care of him simply, and we get his power. Alright, we'll see you on the next part. Okay, now we're in CloudMan stage, aka not Airman's stage from Mega Man 2, just to clarify that. Oh, what am I saying? Of course it's Airman stage. The level layouts look exactly the same, only it's nice, 16-bit. Backgrounds look amazing as always. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying that because, I've been playing, the classics, you have 8-bit graphics, but when you jump to 16-bit and onwards, the graphics just look amazing. And this stage actually has a weather gimmick. If you shoot that robot right there with the Freeze Cracker from Frostman's stage, when you get that weapon, the level actually changes weather and it becomes snow, which makes it easier to traverse, and I'll explain more on that as we get to that part, because there's going to be an area where you have invisible platforms, and it can be very difficult to traverse around if you're not aware of your surroundings. But if you use Freeze Cracker, it makes the whole background snow, so those platforms will be visible so you can see where you're going. And right here we got these clouds right here. Totally not ripping off Airman here. Oh well. At least they didn't rip off the music from Airman. Like, when you listen to Airman's theme, I mean, it's just so legendary in the classic series. It's personally my favorite of the classics. So yeah. The reason I like the background so much is at this time, I mentioned that, at the same time, I have already finished LPing Mega Man X3. I'll get more into that when I actually upload X3, but that won't be for a while. And let's just say, I've gotten used to the graphics, I've gotten used to everything being 16-bit, so that's why, when I play Mega Man 7, it was easy to adjust to the graphics, the larger sprites, because, in the X series, you know what you got yourself into. The difference is you have you know, the only difference is, you know, you have different mechanics. You can't wall cling or things like that. Yeah, but it's okay. It's not gonna bother me. And up here, is where the next rush plate is. And right here, I would recommend use rush coil here because that's a very tricky jump. I think if you slide jump, you could get it, but with that small, narrow platform, you're better off just using rush coil. Alright, and right here, this part right here is annoying because a lot of enemies are on screen, which causes this area to lag a lot or cause slowdown. And what I'm trying to do is, what I failed to do is jump on rush so I get a better jump so I wouldn't fall down that pit, but I ended up making that jump anyways, thankfully. And now we're done with the range segment. And now we got Shield Joe's. Shield Joe is in my way. And, alright. Hey, you gotta give him credit. At least he's committed to his job. I mean, some of the enemies in this game actually do give you a run for your money. You know, like, I mean, look at that robot right there. It still has its head attacking you. You know, I mean, you gotta give them credit. At least they don't fall down easily, like in the classic series where you just take down robots and they just give up. And up that ladder, you can actually run into Proto-Man. If you run into Proto-Man in 2 stages and another stage, you can actually fight Proto-Man for an upgrade. I quite frankly think it's worthless, the upgrade, but I'm not gonna go for it. And right here, this is the best spot to farm for bolts. Yes, there is a shop in this game, so you can buy upgrades, you can buy energy tanks, weapon tanks, and you know, all the goodies you like. In order to access the shop, you need to press select on the stage select screen. Nothing about the game tells you that. You have to look it up in a manual if you're playing casually. But how would you know that if this game is super expensive on the internet? They go for like $150 just for the cartridge alone. But I'm going off a tangent here. Now we're at the boss, CloudMan, who is, once again, like I said, pathetically easy if you have his weakness, the danger wrap. If you try to fight CloudMan without his weakness, just by Buster only, he's actually incredibly difficult. And a test playthrough, I try to fight him with Buster only, and every time, it's difficult. Because, you know, his fight is actually weather themed, you know, so it's kind of hard to, you know, kind of aim and shoot him at the same time when he has weather patterns, but oh well, he's dead. And yeah, and by defeating CloudMan, we actually get a very useful power-up, Thunderbolt, and I'll get more into that on the next stage.